What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with the weekly Xbox Beastfire podcast with the same old same crowd here. No need for introductions, okay? We got D, the tech guy who just had a mental orgasm. He just looked at AMD's showing.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
so
What are your
good,
thoughts?
so
Talk to
good.
me, D. You tech guy. Talk to me. What are we looking at here?
Oh man, well, it delivered. So they wanted to get a 40% increase over their old stuff, and they actually went beyond that. So they matched that and beat it. So they are matching the i7s right now. It's a 8 core 16 thread computer. I mean CPU, which is at $1,100. That's how much it is for that CPU, and they were able to match it and beat it. And as we all know, AMD they offer an alternative solution at a much
Cheaper
less
price.
cheaper price, right?
The equate of the CPU. Equate, the not. Never mind. God damn it. Keep going. My
and
bad.
and the CPU has some it has some learning technology, so it basically knows what the environment is of the CPU. So it knows if it has liquid cooling, if it has great air cooling, the temperature of the case, and it will adjust the temperatures. It will adjust the clock speeds accordingly on the fly. You don't have to do anything. So that's
Yeah.
quite revolutionary. And like I said, we know that AMD will be a cheaper solution. So now if Intel has this at $1,100, I would say AMD is going to sell this at $500, and I think that's even too much. I think they'll probably sell it even cheaper than that. And that's like cutthroat, man. That's like cutthroat. That's going to really, really hurt Intel. Because who's going to buy their CPUs when you can get an AMD CPU that's as fast or a little bit faster at half of the price? And of course, we know that this is going to lead into Xbox Scorpio, because Phil Spencer has come on the record by saying that the Xbox Scorpio will have the latest AMD technology, which will be Zen. And he already confirmed that it's going to be an 8-core CPU. And we learned today that Zen is an 8-core 16-thread CPU. And as well, we did get to see some Vega, but I guess we can go into that a little bit later.
So you're still sticking by this that Scorpio will have 8 cores and 16 threads.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
Dum-dum-dum.
can't. I think it'll be something in between. You're right. They have confirmed 8 cores, and as much as I want it to be the best of the best of the best, we can both admit that's a little crazy for a console. Maybe it'll be something a little in between. Maybe just Ryzen based with no hyper threading.
They're pushing for 4K 60 frames per second, and if they said that they're going to achieve this, they're going to need the Zen CPU in all of its glory. I have to disagree with you on this. And the Zen CPU, it's not going to be that expensive. And once again, when you have Microsoft buying these components in bulk, they get them at a much cheaper price. And
I get that, yeah. But even
no, it's not. It's going to be Zen. There is no Zen 4-core CPU. Zen is at 8-core,
even if there were, it wouldn't
but
be that because they confirmed 8 cores already.
Microsoft 8-core 16 threads.
Yeah.
Microsoft already said that it's going to be using the latest technology from AMD. Why would it have some fucking bulldozer in it?
We get that, D. But what we're trying to say here, and I'm not alone here, there's a lot of people that are thinking in the same vein. As much as I want it to be a fucking 20-core fucking thing, I'm trying to be realistic. And if it's a $400 CPU, that's not realistic for Microsoft. It's not. Yes, we would like it to be, but it's simply not. Now, maybe it's a cut down version of Ryzen. It's still going to blow away, what's in the PS4 and X1 combined. It doesn't matter.
So what you're leaning towards more of a custom, not what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason it's called semi-custom. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking maybe it's just an 8-core variant with no hyper-threading, which is more than enough to do what they need to do anyway.
I don't know. Didn't AMD come out and say that there's not going to be any semi-custom Zen design until 2018?
No, I thought it was late 2017. I don't remember.
I think they said 2018.
I'm with you.
Scorpio,
I hope what you're saying is the case, but the other side of me is like, that's a little crazy. And, we're not going to be compiling giant video files. We don't need to do any crazy ass video rendering, which is really what that's going to be targeted at primarily. You
Well,
know,
that's
is there
all.
not
No,
a lower end
that
8-core
16
Zen?
thread is also for gamers. It's not just for video rendering.
Is there
That's,
not a lower end Ryzen lower than
you know,
that $500?
this is what moves gaming forward. Now,
Oh, I agree.
when you have
Yeah.
8-core 16 thread computers being the norm, you know, these developers are going to be able to push the envelope
It would
even
be a
further.
ridiculous. It would be a ridiculously bold move, and it would be amazing because what would happen is in another 6 years, 7 years, when X1 is finally not supported anymore, and yes, it is coming. You know, you got another 6 or 7 years with X1 most likely. When Scorpio becomes a new base model, that would make for such a ridiculous platform to build everything off of from then on. I mean, that would be insane. So, you know, like I said, I'm with you 100% on wanting this to be the case, but you know, it's a little crazy, man.
I don't think the CPU is going to be cut down. I think if anything, the GPU is going to be a cut down version, and we pretty much know this already because
Yeah,
the
but it's
Vega,
a cut down version of a fucking badass GPU, which is still
definitely,
way better than
definitely.
what's out there. So, yeah,
Definitely, because the Vega GPU is pegged at the minimum one is pegged at like 12. I think they have one
12.5.
that's 8.5, and I think the full Vega one is like 12.5,
The
right?
8.5 one's based off of the Fury line that already exists.
That's correct. That's
The
correct. Yes,
12.5 is yes. I mean, 12.5 for the first generation Vega is fucking insane, and it'll
it is
probably
insane.
hit it at $400, not $1,100. So, you know,
No,
$400 or
no.
$500. You know, so
And that's going to be
yeah.
beating, and because the bench, well, it wasn't really a benchmark, but they showed Vulkan running on the Vega card. They haven't revealed what Vega card it is, but it was whipping the GTX 1080. It was whipping it. And you know, like I said, we know that AMD is always priced cheaper than the competition. So the Xbox Scorpio will be a cut down version of this because they said it's going to be 6 teraflops, but you know it's going to have all the advantages that this new architecture has as well. And I think with it having a great CPU like Zen, this is how they're going to be able to achieve these 4K 60 frames per second visuals, in my opinion.
Well, here's my 2 cents. But according to what Phil was saying, they could have put out a console now. Well, that you know, they said they wanted to leap forward as far as technology and 4K gaming. And just thinking about, as far as the CPU, whether it's using Zen, I know it's damn sure using what you call it, Jaguar. They could have put out a console right now at 60 flops without no new tech from AMD or you know this. They have stuff now to achieve 60 flops. You know what I mean? And,
yeah, way more. Yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean. So you said that, the chips that they wanted to use or that they're going to use, it's not going to be available until next year. So I guess that's where the whole Vega and the Zen rumor started floating around.
Kelvin Brenneman says Scorpio will use Vega and GDDR5X. I disagree. You do not need 12 gigabytes of GDDR5X to get 320 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. You would get way more than 320 gigabytes of memory bandwidth.
Well, Vega won't be using GDDR5X. Period. Vega will be using HBM.
They go HBM2, or at the very least.
They're not going to screw up the architecture and put GDDR5X in it because they're being made with HBM2 in mind.
You guys have to remember too, when you add that X to GDDR5, that makes it exponentially faster. So if you have 8 gigabytes of DDR5 and then you have the GDDR5X, I mean, that RAM is so much faster. You can get so much more memory bandwidth out of the exact same amount of RAM. That's why when they tell us you've got 12 gigabytes of RAM, I say it's GDDR5 at 7,000 megahertz, which equals 320 gigabytes of memory bandwidth a second. You know, that's why I say that. There's a reason I say these things. So if you add an X1 to the end of that, I mean, you're talking way more than 320 gigabytes a second.
Well, I think the leak said that it's the memory bandwidth is 4,096 on the HBM2, if I'm not mistaken, on the Vega. It has like a extreme memory bandwidth.
I thought it was like 1 terabyte or something.
I have to look at the numbers again, but I
Some
remember
stupid fucking crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the bandwidth is like ridiculously high.
Mm-hmm.
And that 400 megabits, I believe that's per channel. I got to look up the specs on it. So it's not like for the whole thing. I think it's like, I got to look up the specs, but it's really, really high, people.
Yeah. Either way, it really doesn't matter what's in this fucking thing. It's going to blow your faces off. I mean, that's what you really just have to remember.
It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, you've never seen games that look this good. You know, any console dude out there, you're just going to be blown away. So it really doesn't matter.
You know what's to me? I know people say pricing. I'm going to probably bet my bottom dollar that the Pro is going to be $350 by next next holiday to undercut it. But long as the games, I say this again, that come out for the Scorpio look night and day. I'm not talking about Digital Foundry counting the blades of grass and you understand what I'm saying? Long as they are noticeably better than what's out on the market right now, they won't have a problem asking for a $500 or maybe a $600 price tag. As long as we can see, the casual gamer can walk into the store and say, "Oh shit, what's that?" Side by side. I'm not talking about 900p to 1080p. I'm talking about night and day. And from what I'm hearing, you have some developers coming on record and saying that, or we're praising the dev kits and saying that games that on Scorpio are going to make Xbox One games like old laptop games. Now that shit, that's what I'm fucking excited for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what he was saying is that if the games were coded for Scorpio first and they ported it down to X1, the base version, yeah, I mean it would. If you use Scorpio as a baseline and you try to put that game on the base X1. Yeah, it would look like a fucking laptop game. And
I want to say something here just to correct you because not you, but some people are saying that it might be so expensive, blah 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 blah. Phil has come out again this week to say that it's not going to be expensive, guys. He said, "I'm not trying to compete with the high-end PC market. It's not going to be priced like that. It will be priced affordable. The Xbox Scorpio, the base model." Will not exceed $500. It will not.
Why the fuck do we even have to still say this when the dude literally comes out and says
every week?
Yeah, seriously, it's the dude said it's going to be console price point. He's trying to keep it within a similar realm of pricing to the Xbox One S, but of course there's going to be a difference. I mean, it's common sense, guys. It's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, and like I said, you cannot compare pre-Polaris and Vega architecture pricing to post Polaris and Vega architecture pricing. It's performance. Before the RX 480, that performance was $400 or $500. They come out and say 3 words and it's $199. So that's just one example. It's nuts. So just hang in there. You guys will see.
These guys just spreading the FUD. I also read earlier in the week that some rumors started on NeoGAF. These guys were saying, "Oh, it's going to be 5 teraflops and all this shit." And then Phil had to come out again.
Where did that shit come from?
I don't know. Phil came out again. Phil came out again and said, "No, downgrade, 6 teraflops." And to be completely honest with you guys, I'm willing to bet my last dollar. I don't think the Xbox Scorpio is going to be 6 teraflops. I think that's just the base number they're playing around with. That is like a comfortable a setting that they know they can achieve. I think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to be a little bit higher than that.
With the CPU, you think the GPU is going to be 6, and with the CPU, whatever it gives you?
CPU is not going to add much teraflops.
It's like 1/10 of a T-flop on the high end.
Yeah, the CPU is just going to be able to feed the GPU. Now, the GPU having such a high memory bandwidth and all the advantages that we learned,
right? It's over 320. Right?
Yeah, 320, and all the advantage,
plus,
all the advantages that we heard from Zen today. With the learning and it knows its environment and can clock it dynamically within milliseconds, and it can do all the culling and the prefetching stuff and adjust it in milliseconds. You can't even feel it. It's going to be good to feed that GPU if it's efficient. And Phil has gone on record saying that it's all balanced. It's balanced. So when you have a system that you're designing specifically for a certain thing and you have balance on it, you can achieve many things because it's optimized to the fullest.
Yeah, that's true. And if we really, guys, you should only expect 6. That's what they've said. But if you're realistic about it, even the PS4 Pro got bumped 1/10 of a T-flop. In the developer documents, it was 4.1, and when it came out, it was 4.2. So they're always finding ways to keep things cool so they can clock it up. Yeah, clock it up.
So, man, technically speaking, so with the rumored specs, so it's realistic for the spec to have better textures and shaders and a higher resolution. We're not going to have to trade between the two.
No, you will not.
With the Pro, you can either get a higher resolution or better graphics. You know what I mean? So with the Scorpio,
there'll be no trade-offs.
No, because the Scorpio, that actual extra 2 teraflops negates that where it's not needed. And of course, they have a higher memory bandwidth on top of it. And of course, they're using new architecture. So there's going to be new tricks, new compression algorithms, new ways of computing stuff. I'm hearing that the Vega GPU has like a different type of compute unit. They're calling it NCU. And this is leaked out pretty early, so let's see what comes of this. But Vega is supposed to be really amazing. Just the fact that their entry level Vega is destroying the GTX 1080, and I saw some other benchmarks where it's even the Pascal X, where it's destroying that one as well.
Damn.
So like, and that's their entry level Vega, because Vega 10 is the baby. Vega 11 is like the big fish, and they haven't shown that one yet. So like, imagine what that one's gonna do.
Damn. So speaking, how long? Like I said, if the rumor specs are indeed true for the Project Scorpio, whatever, how long could this console stand the test of time before it becomes dated, or like as far as issues?
4 years. 4 years. The way tech moves, even in the PC world, it's about 4 years. AMD stuff actually lasts a little bit longer because they're always optimizing their stuff. Like once it's older, they still optimize it. Where like Nvidia, if you have last year's, if you own a 970, that they pretty much stopped supporting it per se. And like the last year's R390 is destroying it. This year's RX 480 is destroying it. Whereas like last year's AMD CPUs, GPUs, they're still optimizing them and they're getting great performance. So I would say like 4 years. 4 years. I would say 4 years.
I would say more than 4 years, because it depends on what you're compromising. You're going from some games being 4K. I guarantee you Gears of War will have 4K 60 multiplayer, where it has 1080 30 single player. It'll have 4K 30 single player on the Scorpio. So just basically whatever's 1080p now, imagine basically 4.5 times the power. You can pump out 4 times the pixels, should be able to, no problem, maintain the same performance, maybe even add some things. So things that are 1080 now on Scorpio, those should be able to pretty easily do 4K. So that means Gears 4 multiplayer 4K 60, Gears 4 campaign 4K 30, and maybe obviously options for 60 frames, 1440, whatever. So I go into that because if you're saying how long this thing's gonna last, I say longer, because they can just keep scaling down and until maybe 6-7 years from now, where eventually maybe the games run in ultra 1080 30. The games will still look so much better 6 years from now at that machine at its lowest point than they ever would on this console now. So it's got a lot of life in it, a lot of power.
I agree with you. I misunderstood the question. I didn't understand the question correctly. But yeah, I was thinking like how many years before they go on to the next generation. But yes, it would last long. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Oh man. All right. So wait. So what they showed Vega yesterday was running Doom. Was it 4K 60?
Yeah.
No trade off. Just knocking it out. What's the rumor price for those?
If I had to guess, I would say they're probably going to be about $400 this one.
$400,
and that's compare that to the Nvidia equivalent. That's like what, $1,100-$1,200.
Yeah. So it's like half the price of it.
Less.
Damn. So how much does the 1080 cost?
1080 is like $1,000. Oh, 1080? Yeah. 1080 is like close to $1,000. Yeah.
1080 is $600, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, Canada's close to $1,000.
Yeah, they fuck you guys sideways.
Yeah, I'm talking Canadian prices. So like in American prices, the Vega is probably going to be, I would say, $350, maybe about $350. It's going to start at.
Yeah. Oh my God, like Jesus. But let me ask you guys a question. Also, too, there's not a question, statement. There are some you guys are part of Bang Bang. A few guys in Bang Bang that have older model 4K television. Ponies are piss poor, and that does HDMI 1.4. They're no longer able to see a 4K image display. The console now downgrades the signal to 1080p, and ponies are livid, man, and there's no answer yet from Sony. You know what I mean?
Get a new television.
Well, let me say,
how would Reaper say? When you have the faith and you believe in the,
just believe in Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints.
You gotta believe in your product. If you don't believe in your product, then the product doesn't exist.
Yeah, Gotti 360 says it'll come with 2 Kinects and 2 controllers for $149.
Awesome. Swag.
The subscription to PS Plus. Got him. Yeah.
The perfect date night was Zaire and your grandmother. I get it.
Tell me about it. But like, D, this is something that you were talking in Daily. You were talking about a few months ago, or how that Sony was going to achieve HDR on on HDMI 1.4. Did you guys see the article at all?
No, I didn't really see that article. No.
Okay, all right. What it says here. Hold on, let me go back. I don't want to misquote anyone. Okay, it says here PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro's 4K resolution is currently unavailable for HDMI 1.4 displays. No official word from Sony. They talked about how they were able to, with the first 4K television, they were 4K 30 hertz, right? Then it came up with 4K 60 hertz. They said how that Sony was able to trick the system or the TV to accepting a 4K 60 hertz. Basically, it was 2160p YUV 420. The colors weren't as sharp.
Oh, they changed the chroma subsampling.
Yeah,
Yes.
here you go. Yeah,
because they don't have enough bandwidth to do 4K 60 hertz over
Exactly.
HDMI 1.4. So
Yeah,
if they lower the chroma subsampling, then they can try to trick it. That's correct. What they really should be doing instead of trying to get that 60 hertz through is they should just lock it at 4K 30 hertz, which is the capabilities of HDMI 1.4. But the way the PS4 is talking, the way they're using the it's called EDID, E-D-I-D. The way they transmit the information to talk to the TV to display it, something must be flawed in that, where the TV doesn't like what they're sending and they just kill it and they just downgrade it because they say no, something's not right, and they just downgrade it. That's what's happening there with that. So I think it's something that can be fixed with software, but they need to stop trying to get it at 60 hertz. Just do it at the proper 30 hertz and the chroma subsampling that HDMI 1.4 specification allows. So that's what's going on there, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. You want to add to that, dealer, or you don't give a shit?
I just want to say, Omagazio, we may be some X-fags, but you're still a fag. Don't forget that.
He's a man-on-man fag.
You're a real fag. You're a fake fag.
Sony some type of way seems to put butter on that football.
Who likes getting his butt ate by 85-year-old men. Yeah, be out there holding himself on the side of the highway. Rod Stewart went out to eat stuff to hamster in his ass or gerbil or something.
What's going on, Mike Ortiz? How you doing, bro?
Yeah. But in the comment section, like I said, let me get you little guys involved. What are your guys' thoughts, or what are your guys' expectations for the Scorpio? Are you going to wait and see, or you did day one, sign me up? I got to get this shit.
Dude, my shit is exactly as I say on the channel. Expect 60 flops. Don't expect more. Don't expect less. Most likely it will go up by 0.1 or 0.2 of a T-flop, just like the PS4 Pro did. But it is what it is. It doesn't matter if it comes out to 5.5. The games are still going to be a massive leap. And we know it won't come out to 5.5, but I'm just saying, either way, you're going to be happy. And, don't expect the world. It's a console. It's supposed to hit a price, and it's going to do its job very well, I think. So, just be grounded about it. It's going to be great. I think you guys are going to see the best-looking games you've ever seen.
I don't know why these guys get their panties all tied up in a bunch. Listen, man, it's gonna you guys thinking it's not gonna be better than the PS4 Pro. It's gonna be better than the PS4 Pro for the simple fact that it's coming out afterwards. And number two, it's not gonna be using the crappy CPU that the PS4 Pro is using, and it's gonna be using a higher GPU in Vega. So regardless of what you guys think, it's gonna perform much better. I'm not saying the PS4 Pro is garbage, but you guys just hold the L and accept the reality that Xbox Scorpio is going to be more powerful.
Bro. This dude just said 60 flops in 2017 will be considered low end. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Most of you motherfuckers in 2016 won't have anything equivalent to a 980 Ti. I mean, most people today don't even have something close to a 980 Ti, and that is the very few of you, the fucking minority, and that's a fact. So, no, it will not be a low-end PC. You're a fucking idiot if you think that, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, but these guys, someone says 6 teraflops sounds like an RX 480, which gets like 30 frames per second, 4K. First of all, the RX 480 is not 6 teraflops. It's 5 teraflops when they overclock it on like 5.6, 5.7, or something like that. Okay, first of all. Number two, on a different architecture, Vega architecture, 6 teraflops of compute power is going to be completely different than 6 teraflops on the old architecture. Just remember that, guys.
It's in a console too.
Somebody wants to talk about games. They want to talk about games.
Yeah, seriously, I get tired of explaining this shit over and over. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, for real. You know what? It is what it is. And when it comes, guys, and you guys are crying, we will be collecting those salty tears and we will be drinking them.
It had to be a Sony fact. But enough of this. Your motherfuckers talked about power for 3 years. Hold up, man. Let me get on my bullshit right now.
Now it's all about games, bro.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
What games? What, the last raccoon that sold like 5 copies?
Wait, hold up, man. I'm about to go on my bullshit. Hold on, man. Yeah, don't make me do this, man. I've been cool, man. Let me get on my Trump box.
You've been practicing. You ain't heard him practice.
Yeah, man. Let me get on my motherfucking Xbox Trump box shit, man, and build this motherfucking wall, man. You motherfuckers have been talking about power for the last 3 years. 3 fucking years. And us Xbox fags was over here saying, what about the games? We got more exclusives. You said fuck them exclusives. Xbox 720p. You motherfuckers even had the audacity to change my name to Next Gen 720p, aka Next Gen 480i. You remember that shit there? So no longer would you guys have the better version of the multiplats. And listen, and you guys again, and not I've always said this, not to be a hypocrite. Well, next year, no, it doesn't matter. But you motherfuckers have pushed this line for the last 3 years. You about to get this work, man. But moving on, as far as games, yeah. So the last rack.
You know, I want to add to that too. And these motherfuckers also too talked about resolution, but now y'all have a fake resolution that is not complete 4K, and y'all talking smack like you have real 4K. Bunch of hypocrites.
Well, I can barely tell the difference because I'm blind in my left eye. Fortnite rack. Eat a dick, weirdo.
And then these fucking ponies complaining about the fucking Microsoft commercial that was out talking about it has 4K Ultra HD resolution. They say, oh, it's lying, it's misleading, it doesn't have true 4K games. You listen, man, your PlayStation 4 Pro really doesn't have that many native 4K games, yet they're touting it as a native 4K system, but y'all ain't saying nothing about that. And the Xbox One does have true 4K Ultra HD resolution because it's the only console that has 4K Blu-ray playback that offers HDR at the 4K resolution. So you guys hold that L, man, and stop being so salty and start keeping it real, man. Eat a bag of dicks, you motherfuckers.
Hey, but this goes, I mean, when we talk this shit, man, this is going out to the Sony elitist. So not for the regular gamer.
No, it's not.
So if you, you guys just chill out.
I don't like him.
And,
I don't like anybody.
I own a PS4 Pro. You know what I'm saying? I have an Xbox One. I have a PC. You know, I might get a Switch. You know, I play on everything. You know what I'm saying? So I love them all. But some of you guys are like really fucking unrealistic and bunch of hypocrites, man.
I think they're really angry because they try to shove their dick between those grooves in the PS4 Pro, man. They're trying to shove it in there, you know? But they can't fit it in there. You know?
That's how the shit melted, dude. Fuck.
I want to say this. I got a confession to make, guys. As such as myself, I have everything. Fuck asleep. T Reaper?
No, he's vaping. He's vaping.
Sound like fucking Darth Vader in the background.
Clouds, bro. Clouds.
I am your father.
Yeah, but anyway, so as such as myself, I have everything, but I have a confession to make. You know what I mean? Everyone's a little biased. Everyone's a little racist. And I hate you PlayStation motherfuckers. I hate all you black fucking jacks. I hate my fucking self. You know, when I bought that PS4 Pro, I started cutting myself, self-mutilating. I couldn't believe it. I bought that dog shit console. True console. For the fucking for the true black man and white man of America. Praise all hell Xbox, man. Fuck you. Fuck you motherfuckers. Everywhere I go, people ask me about Shenmue 3. Yeah, keep that motherfucker Shenmue 3, that motherfucking sick fucking raccoon.
All right.
The motherfucker, he mops floors and sits on top of a rice cooker.
On my side. You racist, bro. But anyway, moving right along. So Dead Rising 4 has outsold The Last Opossum. With this, which is you guys just said Sony said they sold 50 million consoles. But you Xbox guys don't buy your exclusives. You didn't buy Quantum Break. We didn't buy.
How did we outsell that Last Possum?
You know what?
I ask you if your shit sold 1 million, and it's like your shit didn't even sell 1 million. You got double the consoles, fool. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I figured they would buy more, but I had mentioned in the video I didn't think they would buy that many copies of that fucking game.
It's not.
I got
It's
a question
not,
for
It's
everybody.
never been a hot seller.
I mean,
No.
for the 2017, what game's getting delayed?
Well, hell, 8 years of pre-orders backed up. You think they'd sell something?
2017.
What's getting delayed in 2017? What we not gonna see?
Spider-Man, God of War. No,
I don't know. That movie is supposed to hit next year.
Well, it has nothing to do with the movie though. It's not a tie-in.
Of course it does. They want to release.
Yeah,
around
they're
the
gonna
movie
they're gonna
time
release it
frame,
with the
right?
movie,
Just
of course.
Just like Star Wars
I don't-
Battlefront and episode whatever.
That game only exists because of the movie. So
Well,
that's,
no, let me say. I would say this: for what I've heard, or read, the actual game itself, which I'm happy. Normally video games or movie adaptations are dog shit, but it has nothing to do with the movie in itself. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's a movie
No, it's not.
adaptation, but just like Star Wars Battlefront last year, they're still going to release around the same time.
They got
we
option.
haven't even seen any gameplay of this thing. That's gonna.
Yeah, there's gameplay out there. There's gameplay.
Yeah,
I've seen gameplay.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit of fake 4K. Yeah.
yeah. He's flying through the city and he jumps on the car, kicks the
No
guys
way in
out and
hell.
stuff.
We haven't seen the level of that game. We've seen more of God of War than we did fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true. But if you look, there is at least I seen a 30-second clip of gameplay. I have.
And I mean that's a lot. I mean, normally how it goes, we see a game, whatever year, say 2014, and it releases in 20. It takes at least 2 years of a top-notch game. And I don't want them rushing the game. I'm just thinking if they was that far in development, we'd have seen a bigger presentation, especially at Sony PSX.
No, I disagree. I think it's coming out next year. The only one that I think that's going to get delayed to 2018 or not delayed, that's coming out 2018 is The Last of Us 2. I don't think that's coming.
That's early.
That's gonna be fall of 2018.
They already said early development. I got people bragging in my comment section. I'll be playing that in 6 years.
Yeah, I think Days Gone is going to drop next year. Horizon and Spider-Man. Yeah, I think so.
My problem with Days Gone is that it reminds me of The Last of Us a lot. So, I don't know, having 2 games out at the same time that's similar that's a good move. You know what I mean?
I don't think it reminds. No, I think it's a little different. To be honest with you.
Open world, green grass.
It's
I can enjoy the comparisons.
Yeah,
I cannot wait to see more on State of Decay 2, man. That is the best. State of Decay is the best zombie game ever made.
I never played the first one. I wasn't
telling you, bro.
X-Fact.
You wouldn't like
that
it.
Ori and the Blind Forest too. Yo, cut this motherfucking mic off. What the fuck would have liked it?
You wouldn't have liked it because it's not shiny enough for you, so you wouldn't have played it.
Ori and the Blind Forest? Who's someone's dogging it?
No, I'm just saying.
He's talking shit. He's just talking shit about dealers smoking cigarettes.
I can't wait for Halo 8. This motherfucker. I can't wait for fucking Splinterhead. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm telling you. Wait till you see State of Decay 2 run on Scorpio.
What am I looking for? A dealer, sell me on this game.
State of Decay?
Yeah,
the gameplay is awesome. The gameplay is awesome.
Attention span of a squirrel, bro. I don't think you'd be able to play.
Sell me on this game. I'm as casual. I'll put the C in fucking casual, right? Sell me on this goddamn game. And I'm racist. If I look,
you're racist? Well, I mean, if you're racist, you could kill people. I guess you don't like. I don't know.
What color are people?
One, all kinds of color. Blue, yellow. It don't matter. Once they're dead, they're dead. They never come back. You know, it's like real life. So,
are you talking about permadeath? Permadeath game?
Yeah, permadeath, and you go around, you get survivors, build up your settlements, and it's a zombie game. What kind of?
It's not like a plantation here. What the hell going on here? What slaves?
That's the game that always needed co-op.
Four-player online co-op. I mean, it's you
co-op for the story.
Yeah, for the story.
Okay. It was amazing. The only downfall of State of Decay was the graphics, the gameplay, the whole concept of it. The story
engine was horrible. In the first
was great, but the graphics were horrible. So now with an updated graphics, and something like Scorpio, I have to agree with Dealer. It's going to be something amazing. If the developer or the company who can capture that the Walking Dead kind of feeling in a video game with the zombies is the one that's going to win.
Now, all right, do you think this game will be heavy on the because one thing I will be on with Microsoft is lacking. They don't have those one player experiences like you get drawn to the character.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to. If it's anything like the first one, it'll have a a good amount of narrative, but it's not a linear narrative, super heavily story driven. You kind of make your own experience with some narrative kind of driven here and there. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be your own thing. You're going to go make your own force, recruit your own survivors, go out and loot your own houses and decide where you want to set up and try to survive. And you're going to lose guys you put 10 hours into developing. So you're going to have to switch characters because each one gets tired, and you got to level, multiple characters up because one of them's going to die. And for it to be your best one, I remember when that happened, man, it sucked. My best dude died. I lost him. So
somebody said, Cyrus the Virus said, next gen plays 10% of his games.
Well, that's kind of high. Tell me, give me what's my gamer tag.
It's kind of high.
Ask him what's my gamer tag is.
Right, he don't know.
But that's kind of high.
Hey, next gen, can we talk about I heard you talking about earlier in the week about Crytek?
Yes. What's bothering you, D?
Well, I gotta say
that. You would a janitor and they pay you in the table.
I agree with you wholeheartely on this. Microsoft really needs to buy Crytek Engine. I don't care. Well, they need to get the IPs that like Rise, that the good IPs that they can get, but they really need to get the Crytek Engine. The Crytek Engine is amazing. It's always been amazing. They've always excelled at this. They've always been ahead of the field in this. Just they just have horrible business practices where they're not able to pay their employees, and their gameplay elements aren't that great. Their games are kind of meh, but
dude, you are correct.
Great looking.
They need to buy. Why don't they just buy Crytek? Like
buy
the
it.
whole. They would be able to have a unifying engine across all their games. They wouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Because they own Havoc already, right?
They own Havoc, but that's a physics-based kind of what is that? We're
talking about the whole studio. Just own Crytek as a studio.
I don't know if I want them to buy the whole thing, because the studio as a whole, I think it's kind of failing. I want them just to buy the tech and get the people that are responsible for the tech, and then they can use their own people at Microsoft that design their.
That's really what I meant
and whatnot.
First place. So yeah,
but you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. What it all boils down to. Listen, I'm paraphrasing here. That egos got involved. You know what I mean? And they fell out over the licensing of the first Rise. You know what I mean? Which again, I say this again, Rise would have did much better. It had not been a launch game, and I didn't have a problem with the game. The story was ill, but the gameplay got kind of a little repetitive with the same shield and the same shield and the same sword. But Microsoft was willing to invest in that IP. As far as a TV show and it sold over 2 million, you know what I mean? But again, it was not enough to keep, Crytek is a big company. It had like somebody moving.
Yoshida coming through the window?
Yeah. I guess that's food.
That's eating that goat hay, you know what I mean? But anyways, as I was saying, so it sold over 2 million, you know what I mean? So better than that, so better than Killzone. But like I said, Crytek is a huge company, and they have like 3 different and it wasn't enough to cover payroll.
This fucking idiot just said the original Wii has better games than the Xbox One.
Hey, Magiazzo said X-Fags don't understand that Microsoft can't buy studios in the laws that are in place. The company has to be interested in being bought out.
Yeah, this is what are you talking about?
That dollar will make them holler. I don't give a fuck what they talking about.
This is not Japan. Like a motherfucker, you can buy stocks and you ever heard about a hostile takeover? But
yeah, exactly. Ubisoft just dodged one.
Yeah, from EA. Remember that? Yeah, EA was trying to acquire. They was on their ass. But I'm gonna say this. Look, yeah, you listen to say D?
No, nothing.
No, but anyway, so. I think Phil, he's a good guy. I don't know who they need to sit in there, but I heard that boss of Crytek is an asshole. They need to something. Send me in there. And I have Amaziago on a leash with a thong on, sell me their ass, whatever I got to do. We get the goddamn deal done. They could probably buy that goddamn IP for dirt cheap and have even Platinum Games make it. You know what I mean? Or something.
I'd like it to be a little bit more realistic and Western.
Well, I mean, what happened? Well, it's a hack and slash. It's a hack and slash. That's why I say I'd
like it to be a very realistic take on that era of combat. I think there's a lot to discover and for people to.
I would like to know what the secondary story would be, considering how the first one ended.
Well, I mean, it don't have to be connected.
Well, he could have had a bastard black son like me from South Africa.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
fucked some slave or something.
And he
And I
killed.
came into power over no Amistad. Something. They can
Yeah.
take the shit any goddamn way. You know what I mean?
Hey, this motherfucker said I saw Next Gen playing Wii Sports last night.
Oh, yeah, I was at the old folks home. You know that, nigga.
Hey, his fucking grandmother. You know,
It was his grandma. She logged in.
she took dick in a Chico stick. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's that joker. Shout out to my man White. What's it? White King Cole? What's his name? White Kong. He'll
White
you
Kong.
homo. Yeah, he'll wee you dude, man. Strange. Hey, he fuck with that. He fuck with that. He on that Dr. Trey man on man sex day, man. The weed dance. But yeah,
what
man.
What is going on?
Or shout out to my man his weird ass. He be fucking with me on the trip. What is going on, everybody? Yeah, but
I wish I had that energy, man.
Nah, I think he be having that white stuff. But yeah, so like you said, D, Microsoft needs to do something. But you know what? It was crazy as hell. I did when I came out at the Sony's PSX, right? And my video went over a lot of people's heads as far as Xbox fans. You know what I mean? Oh, those games, and I hate I hate when these talk about sales and who makes what money. And again, I don't care about Microsoft's for like we're talking about a very wealthy company.
You talking about that video where you turned into a Sony fag? Is that the one?
No, I wasn't. No, we're just keeping it real. I don't. Dealer, listen again. listen here.
I get what you were saying. I get what you were saying.
Listen here, Bill Duke. I don't give a fuck about those those names. One Piece, Blood, Chopstick 32. But what I was saying was, if you look at, and this is really even for the 360 era to now, and you look at the plethora of exclusives that we have. Look, 99 Nights. How many of you motherfuckers know about 99 Nights? You know,
I know about the demo.
It was 99 at once, part 1 and part 2. I beat both the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like they got a bunch of shit that they could just bring fucking back. I just don't want to. When I say the race into, because you know what, we're guaranteed to get a Forza, we're guaranteed to get a Halo, and we're guaranteed to get a Gears. Now, we got 7 new exclusives coming out. I understand that, but are we guaranteed to get a sequel to Quantum Break? No. Are we guaranteed to get a sequel to Sunset Overdrive? No. That's what I'm saying. But what we're guaranteed is, I want Microsoft to invest in some of these IPs, and they have to do a better job in advertising these.
Don't invest in these IPs that are dog shit. Please don't do that.
They need to make their own shit. They need to, like someone just said, Microsoft's not in the business of opening studios. They really do.
They closed a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, they need to consolidate their talent and hire some of the best motherfuckers around, and really get their own shit going, man. It's nuts. And I'm sure they got some shit. They reveal new stuff at E3 every single year. So we'll see soon. But yeah, they definitely need another studio or two. And you're right. Yeah, Sony's got diversity thanks to third-party Japanese developers. I think Microsoft could just as easily go after those guys, no problem. Especially with Scorpio, it'd be easier to port than that than to any console. But either way, yeah, they got diversity. But in regards to PSX or whatever the fuck it was called, I thought it was not great because I'm just not into those games. But you or someone else might have liked them. That's
yeah. I don't. Yeah, but basically their fans were happy whether they bought it. And I was saying that we need
some of them. Yeah, I mean not all of them.
That show was good. They started off with is that DLC for Uncharted?
Yes, it's that DLC they announced a long time ago.
Oh,
wait! I got a question. Did Uncharted 4 come with a season pass, or did you buy it? Did it come with a season pass?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
That looks like a goddamn game.
So it's a standalone, right?
It's a standalone. You don't need to have the game to get that DLC.
Also, it's like Infamous First Light or some shit like that.
It's connected DLC. You don't need the original to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
They probably
that's cool.
Yeah, man. Whatever the goddamn case. I mean, I thought it was Tomb Raider, but that was ill. I don't know what else they showed. What else? What else did they show?
Most of them were. That was.
They showed The Last of Us.
Most of them were multi-platforms, and then The Last of Us.
We can talk about Death Stranding because that game's not even getting started yet.
Death Stranding.
No. Well, we know. Well, first of all, we know that he just started that game, and he's notorious for taking forever to deliver those games. Don't expect that game to come anywhere closer than 3 years. Forget it.
PS5, baby.
He did just port his original demo over to the what the fuck is that? Horizon Zero Dawn engine. It's now running on that engine from Guerrilla Games.
So he just ported what over?
That Death Stranding, the very first trailer was on a different engine, and they just ported it over to the Guerrilla Games engine, the one that does Horizon Zero Dawn. They're using that engine now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they said, that's why they didn't want it to take 500 years. Now it'll only take like 20, because they don't have to make their own engine. So,
Stupid.
Well, listen, fact check here. What games have Guerrilla Games made besides Killzone? That's the only thing I know them from notably. And again, I put them in the same boat. I put
they made one.
Crytek.
What was it Warzone Shadowfall? Is that a sequel, or what is that? That's a Killzone game.
Yeah, Killzone Shadowfall. I put them in the same boat
my bad.
as Crytek. They make very pretty games, but normally the games are suck dick. And I have high
Far
hopes.
Cry was a physics based game to show off that engine, and that game sucked dog shit. But
What's happening, Bam Bam?
Bam, what's good, bro?
what up, Bam?
You know what I mean? Somebody said I would like to see Remember fucking Brute Force? That was like Microsoft talking about. Microsoft got a bunch of fucking IPs, man. Remember the fucking Brute Force? 4 people co-op. That was the Gears before the Gears. You know what I mean? Like that shit.
Right.
Ew.
Crimson Skies.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
What was that? Was
That
it
shit was
Mech Assault?
Midtown
Bring all
Madness.
that shit back.
Reckless. You know what I mean?
We don't want
Project-
Midtown fucking
Project-
madness. You
if
don't
they
like
released-
that shit.
If they
Right.
released another Project Gotham Racing, the fucking internet would lose its mind.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They're kind of crowded with racers, man.
Yeah,
What
but
is-
Project Gotham has its own following, man.
Yeah, that was I give Blizzard. What happened was Blizzard, another one Microsoft slipped up on. Blizzard, I believe was what the game, and they got acquired by. I forgot the.
Are you talking about? You talking about Bizarre Creations, right?
Yeah, whatever created. Yeah, Bizarre Creations, and they got acquired by Activision or whatever the case. But yeah,
Omagazio says Guerrilla made a game called Shell Shock for PS2, Xbox, and GameCube.
That game
and
was
that game
fucking
sucked
crap.
dick. Yeah,
That game
that's
fucking
about
sucked.
Yeah, that was about you was in
I had that
Vietnam.
shit.
Yeah, well, that shit was
I had
horrible.
that shit.
That shit was
Man, that
dog
shit was
shit.
trash.
Yeah, they pretty much and Sony bought them. They own them, Guerrilla Games.
They're really good with technology, man. But yeah,
They are.
If this is their first good story in Horizon Zero Dawn, that'll be the
I hope
first
so.
good
I
story
hope the
they've ever
gameplay is
had.
tight. I hope the gameplay. It looks good though. I ain't gonna lie, it looks cool as shit. It looks awesome.
Robot dinosaurs, man. That's already cool by itself.
Yeah, it looks reminds me of Transformers and the Dinobots, but it looks hot. I can't wait to get my hands on it, man. What else? Something else I wanted to talk to you guys about before we get the hell up out of here. What's been out? What happened since last week before we convened? Jesus, I had a list here. Don't have fucking kids. Oh yeah, indeed. I wanted to holler at you. So we have some more leaks for the quote unquote Nintendo Switch. Was it last week before last? You went berserk with the CUDA cores.
CUDA.
Yeah. Tell us about the Switch. Is it still gonna be more powerful than the Xbox One? Talk to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be still more powerful than the Xbox One. Yeah.
Okay. And on a handheld tip.
It's
So
gonna.
what-
Look at.
I don't know if that power is gonna relate when it's the handheld part. I'm not too sure about that. I just know from what I've been told that it's gonna be more powerful than the Xbox One, which would make sense because it's coming out years after Xbox One was already established. The
Okay.
power of it. So let's be
If
honest.
it wasn't,
Like,
it would be
the
an
regular.
insult.
Yeah, the regular Xbox One, in the next, let's say, 8-9 months, is not going to be that relevant because you're going to have Scorpio coming out that's going to outclass it. So,
We don't know NX's bandwidth either, with only 4 gigs of RAM. So
But
yeah,
it's using a different architecture too.
completely.
yeah,
Like people underestimate
it don't
the
matter.
ARM.
Nintendo keep pumping out the fucking cartoon games.
Yeah, you know what? I looked at the Jimmy Fallon show. I wasn't too impressed with that Zelda. It didn't look like to me. It looked like the Wii U version. I hope that's not. That's it.
That's basically what you're getting. That's almost probably the quality, a little better than the Wii U, but in handheld form. I would say.
I'm talking about what was on the big screen. I wasn't blown
No,
away by that.
I was looking at it.
I'm saying in terms of what you can see in front of your eyes, people are going to confuse those Wii U games. I guarantee it.
I don't think that game you can really relate it to power because of the art direction, because it's cell shaded, and cell shaded doesn't really take a lot of performance to do
Is
it.
it cell shaded?
It looks kind of cell shaded to me.
Hey, I think you got a question from Thanos on here. It's a
Yeah.
little tech question.
He said, I got a 55-inch Samsung 4K 6700. Now I have a Samsung KS8000 HDMI 3.0 on both of them. Is the HDMI, what's the HDMI? Was it 1.4 or 2.0 on the What year did the 4K? I'm sorry, the 6700 come out. What year did you get it?
Is it HU or is it JU? What is it?
Is it HU or JU? Thanos.
I'm trying to go to the comments here.
So I got this mother here from my local Target. I paid $200 for it, and I want to know, can I get 4K? What?
If it's I can't. I see him here. I don't know. Is he saying it's a JU 6700? What is it?
I got this shit off the home shop and there were 2 o'clock. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, the JU 6700 is 2.0.
Okay, as long as you got it in 2016, you're fine.
It's HDMI 2.0, and it does do HDR. I have tested it, but to be completely honest with you, the HDR is okay on it because it doesn't get that bright and doesn't have the most optimal dimming. So although it will take the HDR signal, it's not the most optimal, and I don't think it's taking advantage of the wide color gamut. Sorry.
You said reviews USA took shots at all you guys. What do you say about us? In the words of the famous Super, I don't watch his shit, nigga. What do you say about us?
He probably said, "Quit talking about shit I don't understand." Review tech's a dumb sack of shit.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
He said, "The
He's proven that time
is a
and time
capable console."
Yeah, we're just proving it time and time
Yo,
again.
Gotti 360 said D is the Rodney Dangerfield of TikTok.
I get no respect at all.
We gotta get crazy as hell, man. We got to get him on the show. We got to get my other man, Jason Hernandez, too. Jason be fucking snapping. I've been this motherfucker with the mic muted. I don't know what the fuck he be. I think it was fucking comics from. Shit, man. Shout out to Bam, too, man. Hold on, let me go back to the article here. Shit. I'm sorry, Dealer. You there, bro?
Yep.
T Reaper, was T sleep?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, okay. You quiet now.
He needed some milk.
Yeah, okay.
He
He on that Momo. Get him some milk. So he on that Momo. Get him some milk. Shit. Okay.
He needs some milk.
Phil Spencer has been on the record to say that 2017 is going to be Microsoft's year with the Xbox Scorpio. Do you guys agree? Can it?
He never said that. For one, he said he thinks it's going to be a good year for Xbox.
Oh, I'm looking at the article. I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do you mean?
Of course it will. I mean, the fucking Scorpio's coming out.
It's new hardware, of course.
Okay, but
Yeah.
let me flip. Do you think it will be well received by the gamers and all, the casuals, everyone? Do you think it'll be, or it's going to be hated on because of the price, or is they're going to say it's too late, doesn't matter, 4K doesn't,
It's all variable. It depends on the price. It depends on how simple the updates are for the games, how many games support it. They have a much longer launch window of developers knowing this is coming, so hopefully it gets more support. And Microsoft, we want the best games of the generation to support this, no matter how old they are. I mean, people still play these games, so yeah, just plenty of support, and it's all variable with the pricing. But yeah, I think people will love it.
People will love it. You agree or disagree, D? How do you decide? I got to disagree with you on that. You agree with him, D?
I got this now, what he said. But yeah, I think it's gonna knock people's socks off. Like I said, it's gonna be a new architecture. We're gonna have a competent CPU, and I just think it's gonna blow their minds. For him to come out, he knows what we want. You know, Phil is not one of those guys that's misleading. He knows what we want. So for him to say that he thinks that 2017 is going to be Xbox One year and knows how we got beat up in the resolution and power war, I think it's going to knock some socks off. I think it's going to be a substantial difference over the PS4 Pro.
That's funny because you'll say he's not misleading, right? And then I guarantee you we'll get a comment. Well, he said there was no Xbox 1.5, and then they won't read the rest of the quote where he said, if we're going to do something that's going to be bigger than 1.5 times the power, we want to do bigger numbers. So, I
Hello?
The ninjas got him.
The ninjas got him?
They got him.
Oh, they got him. They snuffed him out.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go.
Yeah, okay. Now, what you was making a good point, and we heard 1.5.
No, they'll come out and say he's not misleading when he said the Xbox. We don't want to do an Xbox 1.5, but then they won't finish the quote where he said if we're going to do numbers, we want to do more than 1.5 times the power or twice the power. We're going to do bigger numbers, and that's why I say we're going to get comments like that when you say Phil's not misleading because people don't bother to read the whole fucking quote. So whatever. Yeah.
Hey, look at Papa Woda. You said nobody wants the Scorpio. Just Just a checkerboard upscale Pro has to offer. Yeah.
Yes, he said what?
You said Mike Galzo's right. Nobody wants the Scorpio. Just a checkerboard upscale the Pro has to offer.
Well, I gotta say this: the guys out there that
be able
are
to afford it is probably the other question.
The guys out there that are wowed by the PS4 Pro and the 4K resolution or the checkerboard method that it offers. Xbox Scorpio is going to do it native for starters, but not only is it going to do it native, it's going to do it at a higher graphic fidelity. Where these games on the PS4 Pro that are getting up to 4K, they're not changing really the graphical settings. The odd game is, but most of them aren't. So they're still between medium and high settings, where the Xbox Scorpio is going to be running these at ultra settings. So you're not only going to get a higher resolution, you're going to get a higher graphic fidelity with much better textures. It's sometimes going to look like it's a different game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Papa said he's being sarcastic. Hey, there's no emotion in text, bro.
Okay. My man, I can what's his name? Sire Jones. I know I fucked your name up. Fuck, are you Russian? But anyway, it says here, bigger question: do you think the Scorpio will support the Oculus Rift, or the Oculus or the Rift out of the gate? I mean, the Oculus or the Vive, out of the gate to compete with PSVR?
We know it's going to support at least one because Bethesda were in the Scorpio reveal trailer talking about VR on Scorpio. So the thing they had announced at the time that they were supporting with Fallout 4 was HTC Vive. And it's hard to imagine they do all that work for the Vive and not just make it usable in the Scorpio. So I would say it's going to support Oculus and the Vive.
Yeah.
You know, my man Frandy, he said, I would rather see Donald Trump grabbing another pussy before I buy a PS4 Pro. Oh man, wow, man, y'all some wild cowboys, man. Y'all some wild news, man. Give us 3 more good questions before we get the hell up out of here. You guys anything else? I'm going through the comment section now. Yeah. You guys hit the like button.
Make sure you hit the like button, man.
Hit the like button.
Yeah,
man.
Hit the like button.
Appreciate it, man. It helps
170 motherfuckers in here, only 60 likes. Come on.
Let me see. Let me see here. Okay, Kano. Okay. Well, here's
Delilah in here. What up?
Oh, here's a question I have for you guys. 2017. What are you most looking forward to?
Scorpio. I'm looking forward to the Scorpio. I'm looking
games.
As far as games.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, a lot of the games looking forward to are the PS4. I'm looking forward to
Yo, cut this motherfucking mics off.
Unplug this nigga shit.
I'm looking forward to Days Gone. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. 27.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's next year. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man, and I'm looking forward to Horizon. Xbox platform, they haven't really announced that many games for next year. You know,
Scalebound.
I'm not really looking forward to Scalebound.
No,
to be honest with you. No.
Yo, cut this motherfucker mic off.
But I'm not really into those type of. Well, you know what? To be fair, I need to play it. I know before I can make a decision on that.
I bet you're gonna buy FIFA 19, ain't you? You goat pet.
I don't know. I don't like FIFA, but for most times, I don't really like these like dragon kind of games and like these Japanese games. No, I'm not really into them. I like a lot of sports games.
The lead protagonist is a white boy with some Beats by Dre headphones on.
Yeah, but I'm just being honest. That type of game was like.
Oh, and if you pre-order now, his entrance, he comes out to fuck the post.
That game is just it's like I'm not one of those Xbox guys that just I gotta buy the game and support Xbox because it's Xbox. I gotta like the game. I don't want to buy the game, waste my money, and it just sits there. That's just stupid. So I'm not really interested in that game at this moment. It looks okay. Let me play it, and if I play it and I like it, then sure. But I'm not overly looking forward to that.
More stuff from it before it even hits.
The number one game that I'm looking forward to is Crackdown, man. Crackdown on Xbox. I can't freaking wait for that game, and I'm hearing something about Halo coming out with the release of Scorpio, so I'm kind of looking forward to those two.
All right, what about you, dealer? Let's see if your list shits on this trader's list. What do you got?
Well, I'm a Forza dude, and I know Forza 7's gonna have to bring some big shit, as well as someone's echoing. State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2, Forza Motorsport 7, Sea of Thieves should be coming out. Really I'm trying to figure out what I can fucking play with these NAT settings on campus right now. So, it's hard to even really get excited about some of this shit. So, yeah, those two games are at the top for sure. State of Decay 2 number one for me.
Any multi-platform?
I forgot Resident Evil on my list. Sorry, Resident Evil. I'm looking
Well,
forward
you
to
got a
that
whole
too.
backlog of
man.
shit that I'll be going back to on Scorpio. Battlefield 1's going to get a buff on Scorpio. Star Wars Battlefront 2 comes out next year, so it's
Yeah.
be way bigger.
And single player campaign.
Yep, Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed, they actually tried one. Hopefully, comes out next year. What else comes out? The next half
Red
of the
Dead
Division.
Redemption 2? Isn't it Red Dead Redemption 2 come out?
Yeah, Red Dead 2 should look fucking ridiculous on Scorpio. I don't know. In the comments, you guys know what's coming out next year. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now.
Looking forward to Mass Effect.
Yes, Mass
Oh,
Effect.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of debating. Like, do I want to save that and play it on the Scorpio, or I just don't think I'm going to be able to not buy it day one, man.
Yeah, Scorpio. I mean,
It's a day one.
Day one. Mass Effect's my shit.
Injustice 2, motherfucking Sea of Thieves.
Injustice
Red
2. Yeah,
Dead.
there's a lot of games coming. Yeah, actually.
Wait.
Papa. There's a lot of waiting for Scorpio, just like you waited 3 years for games on PS4. Let's not forget.
Oh, what about the 10 years they waited for the last Chicken Dog? Come
Seriously, like the first couple years of PS4, they had shit. They only had one game in the
And
80s Metacritic. Give me a break.
I don't know how they talk so much trash.
What's up-
Every
what's up,
holiday you
everybody
guys
talking
have.
shit about Sea of Thieves.
You guys have no games every holiday since the beginning of this generation.
Like, what
Every
did you
holiday
believe?
season, PS4 has got no games. You guys had the last Raccoon Dog, whatever. You have what was the other game that's coming out? Is that the only exclusive they have this holiday? The last Raccoon?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gran
These motherfuckers
Turismo got delayed. That's right. Gran Turismo got delayed. So that's the only game you guys have exclusive. Like, that's pretty pathetic. The holiday times is when, gamers have the time to play the most because they have time off from school, off work with the kids, and of course it's the shopping season. Like, you should have some exclusive games for your platform. Come on, Sony.
I think the only thing I'm looking forward to probably the Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you
Out of everything?
I mean, I could name.
You
them
buy
all.
every game.
I could name them
probably buy a game
all.
a day.
I'm not buying that many games.
He's getting married next year to Cortana. You got to save his money. What are you buying?
You got to get ready to pay. You got to get ready to pay
Resident
alimony.
Evil. I am getting Tom Clancy's Wildlands.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that one.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm getting Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm getting Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm getting the next shit COD.
And he says, I'm not buying anything.
I'm
in 2017.
getting the next Battlefront that comes out.
Reaper, let me ask you something. You just said shit COD and you're still gonna buy it. I don't get it.
I buy every COD. It doesn't matter if it's trash or not.
I hate that too. Every year I say I'm not gonna buy COD 2. This year, I'm not gonna buy it.
Shit?
It went on sale for like $30. It's like, oh, okay, it's $30.
Especially since this COD dropped 50 population. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, I just got it because it was cheap, so whatever. $30 I paid.
You know right now that you're gonna buy it next year.
I know that I'm gonna either buy the Advanced Warfare 2 or Ghost 2, which one it is.
Oma Gazio just admitted PS4 has no fall games. He says Uncharted. The people can just buy Uncharted and Ratchet and Clank and play it in the fall.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but I won't be buying that many games.
What he needs to do is he needs to get a PS3 and re-download PlayStation Home again. That'd be fun.
Oh my god, that's the best game on PS3.
That was an epic flop. Holy shit!
What was that?
I remember walking around that piece of shit world, man.
Home, like it was like you can have like a virtual world, like your virtual living room.
That shit that was on PS3.
Yeah, you can invite your friends over and sit in your virtual couch to watch a virtual movie.
Oh man, I'll tell you, check this shit. I'm about to tell you something. Yeah, listen, man. He did a video about that, begging gamers to go to change.org and sign petition for Sony not to close PlayStation Home.
Who did that?
Not me. Fuck, come on.
I said, who did that?
Oh, it wasn't Pyro, JTech TV.
Fuck that.
You know, fucking JTech TV.
J2 cents, whatever. Yeah,
the motherfucker that look like Blade, the black motherfucker.
Jay's 2 cents. Jay's 2 cents, the PC guy.
No, he's a Sony fucking dick licker.
Oh,
you know I don't keep up with them Sony fags.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been around here for a while.
Ray, hey, shout out to my boy Ray. He said my guys are still playing hopscotch. It's so realistic. Oh man,
he blew his ankles out. He shot his ankles.
Somebody said Omega Oz is the only one on the Uncharted 4 map right now.
Got him.
Nigga be shooting rocks. Well
Where's
said.
everyone at?
Well said. But no, but was that the end
I'm
of
the
your
baddest
list?
motherfucker in this game right now.
TV, that was the end of your list TV games you were looking forward to
Yeah,
2017.
I'm buying more hardware than I am software next year.
Ooh, it
Gotta buy
sounds
some
pause.
shake wakes.
You gotta say pause. You say that? You gotta say pause. I'm buying more hard. Pause.
I have to say, for you guys out there that have the PSVR, the Star Wars mission shit. Oh my gosh, man, that's like, wow, that blew my mind, man. So realistic, man.
What's realistic? What's realistic about it?
It's just the way it looks. Just the graphics are amazing, man. Just it
Sell me
looks.
on
It's like you're there, man. It's like
Can you get space handguns?
if you want to go to space, you want to know how it feels to be in a
That was the best timing you've had all year, Zaire.
Oh my god.
No, that's me. That's all day with the trademark,
Oh,
man.
was it
Sad
you?
news
Oh,
there,
man.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
truly an immersive experience. Like I really felt like I was in outer space and no motion sickness. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in VR. I have to say, well done.
Hey, somebody
And
cut the motherfucking mic off. Cut
It
his
shows
fucking
you. It shows you. Well, you know what? I gotta say this. I know people get on me sometimes because I don't go full fucking fanboy retard, and I just can't. I keep it real. And those people that are saying, "Oh, VR sucks," shut the fuck up, man. Because in like 6 months' time, Xbox is gonna come up with its own VR. So you want VR to do good. That when Xbox comes out with its VR is already established, and it takes off from there. If you want,
It's one of those things you have to experience before you can judge it, really.
yeah, you have
You
to.
know, I
And-
think the problem is, D, honestly, with the VR, and this is no shade here. You talk to such as myself, a man of very little means, right? $500 is a lot of goddamn money.
yes, it is.
For A, unproven tech, and B, the most important thing, they don't have any how you say must-have software. Say what you want about the Kinect, but yeah, Kinect Sports.
I think Resident Evil is the first one. I think.
But again,
Resident Evil.
fine.
And like I said, and like this
That's so
Star Wars
to the casual, because again, that's what moves the meter. You know, what I mean, I don't see the casual buying a $500 headset just to fucking play Resident Evil.
The price. I agree with you.
Do you think we'll see a price drop at all for the
Definitely,
VR?
we're going to see a price drop. We're going to see a price drop in March because the Microsoft Windows 10 VR headsets are going to be $299. So that's gonna force everyone else to lower their prices. As well, there's a second generation Vive coming out. There's a second generation Oculus coming out, and I can't remember which one. If it's the Vive or the Oculus, one of them is going to be untethered. So it's not even going to be attached to the PC.
I think it might be both of them, man.
Yeah, and it's not going to be tethered, and it's reportedly supposed to be much cheaper to produce, so the price is going to come down. I think the sweet spot is $200 to $299 for VR, and if they can implement like other things like movies and like where like I can like do a party with you and say, okay, let's go watch the fucking football game, let's go watch the basketball game. We put on our VR headset, and it's like we're right there. They can do stuff like that.
And this is not me. This is no shade here. No, I think it's maybe what's going to be the PSVR undoing is that they stayed with very old, cheap technology as far as the camera and the move sticks. You know what I mean? I was looking at some people playing and they had problem, I guess, tracking them and keep you out of focus. And if these, of course, Oculus and Vive were a much better experience, if they can get those gadgets down to an affordable price, and they also need software. You know what I mean? I again, like something that's going to scream. I don't give a no. What I think VR would take off, bro, is when the indie developers get into it and start making these $10, $20 games or something for it, or whatever the goddamn case may be. Then maybe I think it'll found its place.
I have to say, for launch, I know I'm going to get some shade in here, but for launch, I got to say the PSVR, it actually has a decent amount of software for you to try out, like some good stuff. I can't even say that. It has more than the PC. The PC doesn't have a lot of stuff, and they have a lot of indie support. It doesn't have a lot of good stuff. Like in just like less than like 30 days, we're gonna have Resident Evil VR, and it's of the same
game or just a mission.
It's the whole game, and it's of the same graphic fidelity, man. Like that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, the Star Wars in the VR, it wasn't PS3 graphics. It was straight up PS4 impressive graphics. Like if developers put their time to it, like it's impressive. Yes, there's a lot of dog shit titles out on the VR. There's some that are like just like it's retarded, but there's some really good stuff. And this has only been out like maybe less than 2 months, and they have quite a bit of software. So for those people doubting VR but are going to praise Microsoft VR when it comes out, VR as a whole has to succeed on all levels for it all to be accepted by the mainstream audience. Honestly,
yeah. I'm really not surprised that they have more software over there in the PS4. I mean, it sold what 68K right total so far.
Yeah. And it's leading.
Wait, it's sold 68,000. That's it total.
Yeah, it's already ahead. It's already ahead of all of the headsets.
Wait. Let me get this right. It launched in October and only sold 68,000 fucking units.
Pretty sure, yeah, that's what I heard.
I haven't seen. I don't know where that 68,000 number. I've seen that number pop up.
I thought that was just for Black Friday. God
but
damn
I don't think that's the full sale. I think that's like truth be told, I think it's maybe fanboys throwing that number out saying that's what it sold. It sold fucking more than that.
I mean, I watched videos on this. I mean,
I think that's what it sold. I think that's what it sold of the month. I think that's what it sold. Yeah, that was Black Friday's
number.
Yeah, but
if it sold at Black Friday, then we know that the other months didn't even come close to that. It's probably under 100K.
No, it's over 100K. But it has more. They've already announced that it has more than the Oculus and Vive combined. The PSVR is sold already, and it's been out like 2 months, and the Oculus and Vive have been out how many months? It's the number one VR platform right now. But it is pricey, like Next Gen has said. Not everybody can afford it. Whatever. I like tech. I like gaming. For me, it's a good investment.
I like pussy. I like water. I like food. But $500.
Well, if that pussy's good, man, you're going to pay for it too.
The only time Z will buy that shit is when they come with a granny fucker game, and then he'll get it.
I'm just saying, man. I honestly, this is what Sony, this is no shade. What Sony should have did, they should have released the Pro in November, like they did, and maybe push VR back until around March. Because that's a lot of goddamn hardware. You want to, how do you make your money and grow the order? You have to appeal outside of your fan base. And for someone that doesn't have a PS4 that wants to maybe get try the VR, that's gonna set them back $1,000 goddamn dollars.
And they know tax time's coming up. Fuck.
But but still, truth be told, it still is kind of selling because I reported on this months ago that it was sold in the UK, and it's been confirmed as of this week that you ain't getting a PSVR in UK until 2017. So like it's selling. It's it's a $500 device. It's not going to sell like a $300 console, but it's still selling. And just the fact that it's the number one.
$500 Xbox One sold 1 million units in less than a week. So
just the fact that it's the number one VR device. Come on, man, give the devil its fucking due, man.
Yeah. Well, I was using that figure actually to kind of remind people, because people think PC guys are all over the place and they all have the highest end shit, and just the fact that PSVR has already passed up all those headsets combined, how little it's sold, it just shows you how few rigs out there actually are doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, it's not shit! As common as you passed away. God damn.
Who?
What?
The father from the one, Alan Thicke. The father from Growing Pains.
No, you fucking with us.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
That's Robin Thicke's dad, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his pops, yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker, Gamer Nate, man. Motherfucker just dropped dead. God damn.
Yo, I used to watch him as a kid, man. That's sad.
Who, Gamer Nate?
No, Alan.
Robin Thicke? Alan Thicke?
Yeah, Alan Thicke. I used to watch him on that show.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Before we get the hell up out of here, the games that I'm looking forward to in 2017, Tekken 7, Injustice 2, Ghost Recon,
Granny Fucker 5000,
Scalebound. I'm not fuck Halo Wars 2. They can keep that shit. I wasn't a big fan of Crackdown. I got to see how it is. What else is Microsoft coming out with? I'm not interested in Sea of Thieves either. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit looks like some goofy shit there. I'm not really into the motorsport thing. Cuphead. I want a Cuphead. I'm looking forward to Cuphead. Yes.
Oh, Lexion, I played Cuphead. Amazing visuals.
Yeah. I heard it was really hard though. I hope they tone that shit down.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be a setting in there that you can tone down.
We need a
'cause it
bitch
is-
mode on this game.
No,
Yeah.
no. I gotta be honest. There's some points in that game where it's like I'm gonna kick this TV in frustrating. You know, like it's just like it's yeah. The difficulty's high. It's like some Ninja Gate and shit. You know, where there's some levels of Ninja Gate and you just wanted to destroy your controller, or probably did.
Mhm.
Dude, that's why I miss those big ass fucking CR TVs. Dude, I used to punch the shit out of them things. The glass tube TVs.
Yeah.
Seriously, they could take a
Big
beating.
back, the big back, the big been and
Yeah,
broken.
just
hand
punch the
punching
shit out
everyone.
of it. You get pissed off, you can't do that now.
Mhm. Jesus, man. Well, damn. Well, thank you guys. You want to say anything to this all day before you get the hell out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
Big Luther. What about you, T Sweaty Ball Reaper?
No, I'm good.
Said my booty's loose. I'm good. All right.
Lockjaw.
I said Lockjaw Reaper. You catch Reaper on the side of I-95 selling his ass with a Elite controller. But we'll catch you guys.
My Elite controller is actually right next to me, actually.
I know, in your asshole.
Of course, it's right in your ass.
Right in
Somebody
your ass.
shoot me.
Hershey Highway. We'll catch you guys next week. All during the week, you know us. Whatever we do. I just dropped the video. Shameless plug. D just put on the video. The Rightly Dangerfield Tech Talk. We out of here, man. We'll catch you guys next week. Bacon. And hit the like button, man. Show your boys, show us some love. Some prosperity. We're going,
I'm gonna
man.
hit the like right now. 140. Yeah.